And that made me think, this guy's starting to feel, I gotta be, can't be me, gotta be something else.
Ugh, damn it.
Gotta wear a certain suit, gotta activate my, just do what you did to get the job. Don't start thinking too much about it now, Freddie. And I think that's the problem.
Tennessee Titans demolished the hyped Browns in Cleveland 43-13. I was not expecting that at all. What I predicted on Facebook in the Sports Yahoo of the comment section of that game, Tennessee Titans would win a good close game, 28-21. Mariota would make less mistakes than Mayfield. Henry would run for 2 touchdowns and more than 98 yards, and Mariota would throw for two touchdowns. And the Titans would win a good close game, 28-21. Now, I was right in a number of ways for that prediction. I was right for this being a good close game for the first 3 quarters, because for the first 3 full quarters, this was a good close game, and then it became a joke in the fourth quarter. And Henry, he played. He didn't run for more than 98 yards, but he still ran for more than 74 yards. He was effective for the Titans as far as for running. And also, he ran into the end zone, ran and jumped into the end zone for the Titans' first touchdown. Great style. I give him style points on that, 10 style points on that, which is the highest for style points. That was amazing. And he also ended up catching a screen pass by Mariota, and then he ended up running more than 71 yards and into the end zone for the Titans' second touchdown, which was late third quarter, which the Titans needed. So he ended up scoring the Titans' first 2 touchdowns, both of which were offense. And the Titans, Mariota, he ended up throwing for more touchdowns than I predicted of 2, because he threw for the first one and throwing a screen pass to Henry, and Henry ran more than 70 yards for a touchdown. And then after he ended up throwing for a touchdown pass to Delaney Walker, and ended up throwing a second touchdown pass to Delaney Walker. First one being was just like mostly the straight middle, and Delaney Walker was able to run into the end zone for a touchdown. Second one, Delaney Walker ended up going off to the right side, ended up catching the pass, and then running into the end zone easily for a touchdown, because they didn't see that Brown was uncovered, and when they did, it was too late. He was able to move into the end zone for a touchdown. And so those are the 3 touchdown passes for Mariota he threw. So one more than I predicted. So I was wrong on that, but happy to be proven wrong that he threw for 1 more touchdown pass than I predicted, because no doubt he wants to exceed that 26 touchdown passes that he had in 2016, and he's off to a great start after 1 game. And Henry, he still ran for more than 73 yards. He didn't run for over 98 yards, but he still ran for more than 75 yards and a touchdown. And then also he ran for more, and then he also ran for a touchdown. He was able to run for a touchdown more after catching that screen pass. So he had a touchdown from a running play, and then a touchdown from a screen pass. So 2 touchdowns, just not in the way I predicted, since I said he'd run for 2 touchdowns. It's still great that he ended up scoring 2 touchdowns. And Mariota did make less mistakes than Mayfield, because there were only 3 turnovers in this game, and all of them were Mayfield throwing 3 interceptions, all of which happened in the fourth quarter. Mariota didn't throw for interceptions, and he didn't fumble the football. He had a good game. He completed most of his passes. He didn't just completed most of his passes, which included two passes to Delaney Walker, and he was able to score those 2 and Walker was able to move into the end zone for a touchdowns. And so it was a good game for Mariota. And Titans defense, they got in on the scoring, because Wake ended up sacking Mayfield late second quarter for a safety, and the Titans were able to score with a safety late second quarter. And then in the fourth quarter, the Titans defense, They were making plays. They were already getting pressure on Mayfield, including sacking him multiple times. But then the defense continued to also play great because they played great in the fourth quarter as far as the secondary, because Byard was able to get, I recall right, the first interception and looked like a wide receiver, able to snatch that able to grab the football. Then another interception. And then another interception thrown by Mayfield, and then to even make it worse, the third interception, Malcolm Butler ended up intercepting the football without challenge, without any sweat at all. He was able to run into the end zone for a touch without much of any sweat at all, because a valiant effort by the Browns to keep Butler from scoring the touchdown, but he was still able to run into the end zone for a touchdown, even with the Browns' offense pursuing him to keep that from happening. So that just made it from terrible to abysmal, since now the Titans defense was able to score a touchdown after an interception. And I was not expecting the Titans defense to have 3 interceptions, but except they did, which was the main reason as far as to why the Titans scored 14. It was the main reason why the Titans ended up scoring 14 offense points in the fourth quarter. So it's a great hat off to the Cleveland Browns, because they still, for 3 full quarters, they kept this a good close game before the implosion in the fourth quarter, which was because Mayfield ended up throwing the first of 3 INTs. After that, after he threw that first interception, all the momentum went to the Titans, and the Browns were never able to recover after that. The Browns were keeping this a good close game, mainly because of their defense, because they did. On the Titans' drive to answer the Browns after giving up that touchdown, they were held to a field goal. And then they score a touchdown, but that was after, when they did score their first touchdown, it was after a large amount of time. A large amount of time had went by when the Titans, like more than 10 game minutes. It was after more than 10 game minutes before the Titans did score their first touchdown, and when the Titans again scored their second touchdown, it was really, really late. Third quarter. So the Browns defense was keeping this game close, except the Browns, they were also self-destructing in this game, because they had 18 penalties. 18 freaking penalties. Damn, they were freaking hugely undisciplined to have 18 penalties. I mean, I know it's Kitchen's first game, but damn, they should not be having 18 penalties. But except they did have 18 penalties. I'm like, did they watch the Cincinnati Bengals and get inspired? We need to play more terrible than the Bengals. Well, if that was freaking, they did play more terrible than the Bengals, because maybe the Cincinnati Bengals, an infamous, undisciplined team, maybe they've never, I could be wrong, but except maybe they've never had 18 freaking penalties in one game. And that's saying a damn lot, because they're an infamous, undisciplined team that is also known for being undisciplined and self-destruction, including that heartbreaking wild card loss to the Steelers in Cincinnati. So, damn, that was really terrible for the Browns, and I did have predicted, as far as the Browns being a wild card team, if I recall right, the 6th seed and winning 10 games, and I'm still confident they can do that, because this is what I expect. One of those week 1 losses where the Browns are just going to have to get things fixed. They're going to have to. It's going to be a long day at the film room, but still look at what they did wrong and get those mistakes corrected, including play disciplined football. Don't be getting 18 penalties a game, because unlikely you're going to even win one football game if you have 18 freaking penalties or more. But especially even 18 penalties. Freaking 10 is, okay, worried, and then U15, that's the red zone, extremely worried. 15 or more, extremely worried. So, great first win for the Titans. I've been watching the NFL since 1998, so it doesn't matter how great a team looks in NFL Week 1, because a bad or terrible team can look great or good in the first game, and a bad or terrible team can look good or great in the first game. So that's why I'm not using this one game as gospel, as this is what the Titans are. They're going to be a great team, because I still need to see more. I still have to see them to play more games to show that this was not a one-game wonder. They want to show that they are a great team. And also, they're going to have to play other teams that have the advantage of the Broncos, the Saints, the Texans, etc. Broncos, Saints, Texans, Chargers, etc. That they have the advantage with the fact that this quarterback is not finishing his rookie season, so they're not going to have that benefit, and most likely the other teams are not going to be self-destructing as far as having 18 penalties or more in one game. Expect them to play the other teams. Most of the other teams the Titans play to play disciplined football as far as not getting that many penalties in one game. So the Titans are going to have challenging games when they're not playing the Browns. So they're going to have to show that this was not just a one-game wonder, that they're able to win 11 games or more this season, but mostly double digits. But so if they want to win double digits, and if they're going to have to win double digits, they're going to have to defeat teams that are better than the Browns. They're not going to make the same kind of mistakes as the Browns did in this first game. So, great first win for the Titans, and I'm really looking forward to them showing that this was not a one-game wonder, that they can score mostly with them, that they can be effective for their offense, scoring more than 26 points for most games this season, along with the Titans continuing to win games and continuing to lead the AFC South and making the playoffs and seeing if they can be a top seed as far as the AFC playoffs picture. And wow, the defense, they had more than 3 sacks against the Browns, and they had 3 interceptions. And it was great for Malcolm Butler to return that interception for a touchdown, because he ended up dropping an interception. So a great redemption for Butler. Not only did he get an interception, but returned it in for a touchdown. And so for the first time since 2015, the Titans are 1-0. And much like that one, they end up winning a road game. So looking forward to week 2, seeing if the Titans can show that this was not a one-game wonder. We got a home opener. Let's see if they can defeat the Colts and start off 2-0 and make the Blue Horses 0-2. Go Titans! Can't wait to watch that game inside Nissan Stadium, which I'll be watching because I'm going to be at that game. The Titans home opener, that they're going to be retiring Eddie George's and Steve McNair's jersey for their numbers 27 and 9. It should be a great close game that I expect the Titans to win, and can't wait to watch that inside Nissan Stadium.